I guess it's time for coffee, I guess, because now Latte Cookie has been recently released into the Cookie Run OvenBreak new update, i.e., you know, Summer from Marine Soda Bay. Latte Cookie in the Meowkiato, funny pet name, that costume, which looks just super fresh on her. Chapter 2 of the Submarine Bay thingy has been released, and also Latte Cookie's there now, which I think she does look absolutely amazing. But like I mentioned, greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes. Welcome back to Cookie Run OvenBreak. New update just came out, and by it just came out, it came out like yesterday. But I want to make sure I actually get on this. It's been a little bit of time since I've actually sat down and record like when a new update came out and not streamed. But just to get everything out of the way, Latte Cookie and the Meowkiato pet, both epics that you can easily obtain, which hopefully I can. Summer Party and Marine Soda Bay. Chapter 2 is now open, where it might focus more on Latte Cookie for all we know. We also have access to the Latte Cookie Sunset Vacation, which that costume just looks stellar. I think it might just have to do with the top and also the jean pants. Just a good vibe. Also, you can't forget that there is also a bear jelly set focused around Latte Cookie, which I think is a vibe all itself. Pre-registration still exists, and also the Grand Champions League did open. Am I participating? No, because I kind of forgot about that. I tend to forget about a lot of things. But also to the side, we also have the Kate Heritage Korean World Heritage sort of puzzle thing. I think that's going to be an actual thing. I don't remember what it was. There's the 1 trillion challenge, where you can now run with Dream Jelly Cookie, and Team Fight is reopened again with a new season with boost and whatnot. Oh, there's all this stuff. Okay, official, another community. Oh yeah, Boxygen, Mirror the Art. I think that's always the perfect. Mirror the Artist has made the best video there, and also Martuki. Very good. And then all the actual patch notes for the stuff being Latte, you know, the pet, the magic candy, costume, jelly set, a bunch of other fixes and bug fixes and whatnot, and all that stuff. So what we actually, first of all, let me just go ahead and take a quick look at the events. Cool, daily stuff, great. Korean World Heritage, this is a whole thing by itself, which I think is pretty cool. Summer Fun Team Fight, which, ooh, what do you, oh wait, what's your style? Laid back vacay versus splash and play. Ooh, okay, that actually might be pretty interesting. Of course, Cookie Mastery, Treasure Mastery, and Meet the Treasure Missions, Event Blessings, Regional Cheering Event. Thank you. There's not much I can really complete with that, I guess, since I'm not participating. But there's also the Room Escape, which I do want to see if I can beat all of these things. Don't worry, a video is going to be coming up for that soon. GCO Shop for the... Didn't I already have this costume? I already have this thing. Didn't I get this before? Am I losing my mind, or am I forgetting? I don't remember. All I know is, well, if it's telling me I could buy it, I could probably get that. I don't know. There's also this thing, Tower Adventures, which I definitely need to focus on because, you know, it has its 2nd anniversary, so I need to try and cover that as well. I'll see if I can maybe stream that, see if anything like that gives. But with that being said, going back over to our regularly cool lobby with DJ and Melon Soda. Very favorite creators there. We're going to go over to the cookies and pet sections because we have Latte Cookie and Meowkiato per the use. I'm slowly dwindling down my I gotta definitely work on my crystal and gem game. I gotta be real. Care for a latte? I guess I suppose so. I should. And also the cat, which look at how chill this cat looks. They look like they're just so they're not even they're just they just exist. They're just kind of like sitting there. Why not? Okay, claim that. And there's no new treasure for at least this part of the updates. Is there? Oh yeah, gems are probably still being restocked, I think. Yeah, it'll take like a few more days. Okay, with that being said, oh yeah, gotta get all these. Give me that. Slam? Hey, got top 10%. That's actually pretty good. Alright, so with that being said, Wave Rider. Oh, sick. Nice title. Okay, so with that being said, for real this time, we're gonna go ahead and take a trip over to Cookie Trials. Gotta rest what you can here, but first go over here. That's not Cookie Trials, but don't worry, I'll get to that soon. Hopefully that didn't mess up with the story. Anyway, Mix and Match is ending soon. I should definitely do some member videos on that because it's, you know, getting over soon. Oh yeah, I can get my Diamond and Rainbow Rank rewards ended for this. I'm not sure if it's going to be too much because I don't think I ran afterwards, this 300 and 300. Yeah, I should have done way better at that. But now we have access to your trial, good madam. And actually, I love how proper you look. You're not even floating, it's just a simple walk. I'm glad how that spoon isn't really holding you down with your strength. But with that being said, first of all, Nibbles, I see you finished an errand. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. That's gonna be helpful. You got errands to run? Yeah, sure, go. And, cleaning yes, pretty please. Alright, thank you. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some intel on how Latte Cookie works in the actual lore. They probably just got the story from Kiki Run Kingdom for all I know, but according to the story here, just in case, it says, coffee or milk? And that is the question. Why not both? Latte Cookie's dough was formed with coffee most bitter and acrid. Acrid? I don't know, but it was acrid, I guess, balanced with the creamiest and smoothest blend of milk. With her etched staff in hand, she gracefully draws beautifully patterned latte glyphs into the air while daydreaming. But watch out, by chance, one of these glyphs could be a powerful sigil for a grand spell. During her years as a student, she spearheaded research on the development of coffee magic with a rather eccentric aficionado of coffee. Thanks to her efforts, Latte Cookie was granted a professorship at the Parfadia Magic Institute. You'd think that a professor would be more punctual, especially with her own lectures, but not Latte Cookie. She's more invested in savoring a warm latte before the class. Though far from receiving the Professor of the Year award, she knows a thing or two about inspiring her students with her genuine compliments and encouraging smile. Latte Cookie is already the favorite professor of many. Well, it's probably because she's not super strict about it. She's just kind of like, she's a whole vibe. Still carries a spoon even when she jumps. Great. And according to her actual skill, it says right here, cast a coffee spell at certain intervals to create latte art, creating latte foam jellies along the edges and gathering nearby jellies. Jellies gathered by the latte art grant bonus points after casting a certain number of spells. A larger and more powerful latte art is created. Level of 4 points for latte foam jellies. So she creates foam and it causes you to get even these bonus points just because of that foam. Which I think is pretty delectable now I say it out loud. Crystal for you. And, yeah, level 4 right now is good. I'll be doing one run without her Magic Candy and with her Magic Candy just so it can make sense, just to show the big difference of power. But according to the little cat, hello there, Macchiato. Everyone who wanders into the Latte Atelier will always greet this adorable milk foam cat first. One evening, Latte Cookie trudged home while pondering the perfect coffee to milk ratio, cup in hand, no time for a proper sit down. Somehow, without noticing, a certain tiny someone already had made themselves at home in her cup. Macchiato loves a good nap on the windowsill, but fill a mug with a warm latte and they'll appear as if by magic, curled up and toasty before you can even set it back down. Plain black coffee? Not a chance. If you want to say hello to this fluffy kitty, you gotta remember at least one question. Got milk? Glad that they got the actual advertising for got milk on there. That's a good vibe. But it's a little critter right there. But shouldn't I be afraid that anytime I potentially drink a coffee with milk inside of it, that this cat is just gonna appear? Do I freak out? Do I panic? It says according to the actual skill, a latte cup appears at certain intervals and the pet hops right in and spins around to create milk foam jellies. Level for more points for milk foam jellies. Okay, it doesn't sound like the most extremist thing in the world. It's just like goes in the cup and just spins. Spin. Good little kitty. Alright, so the only last thing I can talk about is her associated treasure being, of course, it's the milk snack. How else could it be this? Because it's associated with all of these cookies. Milk cookie, baguette cookie, Earl Grey cookie, marble bread cookie, and latte cookie. 2 cookies of the TBD, another milk variant, Earl Grey, just because maybe they like the snack, and also latte cookie. And according to the story of this little thing, it says, chocolate snack jellies and milk are the perfect combination for a perfect snack. A harmonious balance of flavor and nutrition. I don't know if nutrition is the correct word, but honestly, I'm pretty sure it's just basically like off its, you know, like an Oreo. You dunk it in milk and then you just eat it like that, you know? And according to the actual skill, creates milk jellies or chocolate snack jellies at certain intervals. Bonus points for milk jellies depend on the number of collected chocolate snack jellies. The higher the level, the more points for chocolate snack jellies and milk jellies. Okay, perfect enough. And since the treasure is already equipped, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing one run without the Magic Candy. Then we're going to be getting her a big upgrade with the Magic Candy, see how that works, and see how good we can do. Did someone say latte? It might have been me. Okay, so, oh, that's just the latte board. Look at that. Look how big that cat got. It just molded into, like, a fresh milk dough. It just said, like, big. That's a poster for a potion. This try looks actually unique, because right now we're in the, we're in basically Parfadia, I'm pretty sure. Because you can see from the bustling houses, the cities and whatnot. It looks pretty sweet. Look at that. They just jump in and then inflate. Just like, I'm here now. This is my home. Oh, that was a cute noise. That's adorable. That was actually really cute. But yeah. Honestly, I've never had a latte before. I definitely want to try latte, but I heard that coffee really wasn't the best for diabetics from what I could tell. That's why I probably would prefer tea just in case. But I think I have tried coffee like I tried like basically like a black coffee. It was actually pretty good. I will say that like to me, I have tried just like a little bit, like, how did I fall there? What was that? But like, I've tried a little bit of coffee myself before because I think during like get together I was with my family, friends, and whatnot. I had my first opportunity to get a good drink as some black coffee. Because I've had it before, but I've never really got a good like batten down for it, especially for the flavors. So I took a sip of it. It was not bad, surprisingly, just pure black by itself, but it did somewhat taste like dirt. Like, the best way I could describe it is that it was very earthy, which I guess makes sense for coffee. Then I added a very faint, like, thing of, like, creamer inside of it. Just very, like, faintly. But after that, it tasted a little bit more normal, neutral, kind of like coffee. I'm not really, like... I don't really hate coffee. Like, if I was given to it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, this is a vibe. I like this. Like, it's definitely not a drink that, like, I would, I think, always take. But there's a lot of crazy other, like, coffee combinations I would like to... Like, come on, like, espressos, lattes, mochaccino... macchiatos, cappuccinos. There's so many different sort of like coffee combinations that you can get that I just want to try them all and like put them. That would be a fun video. Trying a bunch of different like coffee creations and just like ranking them. I don't want to become I mean, to be fair, I don't want to become it, but probably by the end, I'll probably become a caffeine addict. I feel like that would just be bad for everyone, especially with how hype I usually already get. How are you standing? You're literally being held up by your hair, Latte. What was that? Alright, well... The pet's not even float. It's just banned. It's there. It probably happens with all pets, because if I go back, it's probably just, you know, still gonna be there normally. Oh yeah. Ooh, gold. That's actually pretty useful. Yeah, the pet's still floating. But, by the way, what's the, big cap for, trying to get Diamond Rainbow rank? Level 8 and level 11. It really wants that cat to be at a high level. Well, who can hate a cat just like that? Who likes milk? Isn't the thing that cats really like milk? I think that's a thing. I don't know. But with that being said, now we can go ahead and craft up your magic candy, which I think is going to be pretty unique, which is made with the ingredient, the well-loved steam pitcher. A steam pitcher worn smooth at the handle from years of faithful use. The way it pours, even the most intricate latte art seems to flow out effortlessly. Obviously referencing the fact that, you know, whenever someone makes latte art, they're usually going to make these things. They're going to use these things just to give it like this foam heated creamer inside of it, which I think is cool. 40 will max out the magic candy. 50 is just for some extra. How does this look? That actually looks like some delicate, like real delicious, like coffee, like candy right there. And that's not even coffee candy cookie right there. But right now, and I need to try and hunt for this beautiful, like malachite sort of green, kind of like that. What does it give me? All jellies. I guess that's better than nothing. But according to the actual skill of the magic candy, it says, creates additional latte art cream jellies when latte art dissipates. Larger latte art creates more valuable latte art cream jellies. The stronger the enchanted power, the more points for latte art cream jellies. So it makes the it basically makes the latte art even more valuable and somehow even bigger. Because that's what everyone wants in their latte. But I'm also going to buff up the cookie just by 1 level. And also the pet just by 1 level. We'll even use crystals for that, because smaller crystal usage. Because, you know, pets don't take as many crystals as cookies do. But we'll give this another one. We have our magic candy at full enhancement. We'll see if this can help us in any way, shape, or form. That's a big chunker of a cat that we just pick up right there. That was a big one. But then again, I also do like the little cat noises the little friend is making. Though I will say, I don't know if it's like a weird glitch. When I started this update, the music at this very start was just loud. It was just blasting off. But luckily, it doesn't seem like the worst thing. I could probably just like lower that in editing. I'm probably going to upload this as like a later video. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a short out today. But yeah, if anyone doesn't know, I have a new channel, by the way, HyperPleb. I've been working on it for a little bit of time. I've been wondering what I want to do with it. But personally, I think how I'm doing it with some of the shorts, it's actually not too bad. Like, there's the short that I made about talking about Zooble that has nearly like 30,000 views on like, you know, YouTube. I think nearly 20,000 on TikTok. And there's also the reaction short I did, which if anyone wants to see more of those, where I just react to like bat crazy things, I did have another couple things I wanted to do for that channel, like do some short story explanations and just explain some, you know, recent drama going on in the community. You know, certain communities, it doesn't matter, but like, it'll definitely be interesting to talk about stuff like that because, you know, hey, if there's one thing that people usually tune into YouTube for, it's usually the drama. But there's actually like, there's this one website I discovered recently, because I think it was a channel called Deep Humor who talked about it. Basically, someone made a website, I think it was a little bit back, but only recently did it start getting traction. It basically represented YouTube all the way back in 2007 or 8. Like, maybe even 2006, because, well, YouTube was around ever since 2005. And that's when, like, one of the first videos, you know, me at the zoo was made. But it basically replicates old YouTube. Like, we're talking about, you used to have an inbox at YouTube. Like, you could use it, like, you know, there was, like, local news that they could share. Instead of it just being, like, oh, platform, here's, like, the top creators and whatnot. No, it was, like, it's definitively old school YouTube. And honestly, I hope that that's a place that remains touched by you. Like, honestly, I was considering making a channel where I could just, like, post, like, uncut, like, raw sort of videos. Just because it feels like that's the old school sort of vibe that it wants to go for. And I love it so much for that. Oh, that was a solid jump. Ooh, the potions. Oh, that was nice. I just kicked my death literally in instinct. But that was a good amount of potions right there. There's a chest trying to eat me? What was that? Okay, I'm not going to be able to get those jellies, but I will get just the rainbow bear. We're done. Got all the way up to Emerald 1, though, which is actually pretty impressive at that run. Honestly, I feel like I could have some fun with a cookie, but, I don't know. I think Latte Cookie's already a treat to have here, considering how she originally comes from Kingdom. So I think that's going to be the big attraction for people wanting to play as Latte Cookie. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and end the video right here. If you want to play as Latte Cookie, a recent update is out. You can go ahead and play it right now. The game is completely free. You just have to go ahead and do a little bit of grinding and all that stuff. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it. And also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Around content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And down below in the description, you can see all my social media links to my, card website where all plebs. You can buy some merchandise at the pleb market. And if you want to become a pleb yourself, you can become a YouTube member for just $1 a month. But above all else, I will see you and Entities and Guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.